Hey guys, and welcome to my stimulus package update and stimulus check update. Wow, I haven't said those words in so long. I want you guys to know that I missed you more than you missed me, and I'm happy I'm back here for you with another video just to give you my perspective on everything that's been going on.
Families claiming child tax credits to save $200 on taxes this year thanks to a new bill in Alabama. Families in Alabama who are claiming child tax credits will get an extra tax support thanks to a new bill being made into law. Governor Kay Ivey signed a child tax credit bill providing relief to families throughout the state. So if you've watched my show, you may know that states can provide additional child tax credits or additional adult tax credits known as the EITC, the Earned Income Tax Credits. So there's the child tax credits and then the EITC, the adult tax credits, which is for low income adults. Child tax credits, adult tax credits. States can provide additional money in addition to the federal credits as well. Okay, so there's the federal credits that you get, and there's additional money that states can provide as well, like this one. The House version of the bill was approved last week. This is the state House. Remember, each state has their own House and Senate. It was pending final sign-off from the governor. Alabama Daily News reports that support for the bill has been overwhelming. It passed both chambers last week, but some have been frustrated relief hasn't come sooner before tax season started. Compassion for parents working, homeschooling, and caring for young children during the pandemic helped make the law a reality. Quote, one of the problems was that people that were working and their children were not in school, so they had to pay extra money to help someone take care of their children while at work, said Representative Jim Carnes. As Senator Roberts put it, parents were at tremendous disadvantage, and that's why these incentive dollars are for. So we're grateful to get this passed. If you have two children, this is probably right around $200 that they will not pay. They'll get a tax credit on it and save $200 in taxes. In total, it is expected to save Alabama families $87 million in taxes. Given inflation and the everyday stress on from the pandemic, the tax break is especially timely. And if you've already filed taxes, all you need to do is you will need to file an amended tax return, and you can get the extra $200 if you're from the state of Alabama. Also, though, I want to remind you that there are at least 8 other states that will provide additional child tax credits on the state level that you can get up to $1,000 per child. Extra money. This is not from the federal child tax credits, but these are state programs that give you money. Here they are. California, up to $1,000 each per child, up to families with earnings up to $25,000, with those with income up to $30,000 get a reduced credit for children under the age of 6. Number 2, Colorado is rolling out a new child tax credit this year, similar to federal support. How much you can get depends on income and filing status, but the credits may be fully refundable. It will be available for Colorado residents to claim on their 2022 Colorado tax return when they file in January 2023. Idaho families can get a $205 child tax credit per child. It's non-refundable, meaning it will reduce the amount of tax you owe, but you can't get it as a check if you don't owe any tax. It was originally $130, but they increased it to $205 per child. Illinois, with kids below 17, can get $100 per child. Maine households can get $300 per child thanks to the dependent exemption tax credit. Eligibility is generally the same as the federal child tax credit. You can pause the video here on any of these screens if you want to see these full details for any state. Maryland residents with an adjusted gross income of less than $6,000 can get $500 per child with kids below the age of 17. New York has child tax credits. It's refundable, and there's a couple different criteria here, but it looks like AGI has to be less than $110,000 to $75,000, and you can get $100 per child or 33% of the federal child tax credits. Oklahoma, last but not least, you can get 5% of the federal child tax credit program. The credits are non-refundable. So 8 other different states now, in addition to Alabama, at least, that we know about. There might be a few more here. Plus, there's these additional states now offering or sending out or proposing different stimulus checks called anti-inflation checks. There's rent assistance, mortgage assistance, utility assistance going on here. There's a lot going on here still in pandemic aid. There's SNAP assistance, pandemic EBT assistance that are extra benefits on top of normal SNAP assistance. Russia is under attack today. That's right. Check this out.
The notorious hacking group Anonymous has declared war on Russia and is targeting Russian websites. The group that has also targeted U.S. sites in the past now says Putin's regime is fair game. Joining us now, NBC News correspondent Tom Costello. Tom, what more can you tell us?
Well, for years, the U.S. has accused the Russian government of cyber attacks, sometimes working alongside Russian cyber criminals. But now Russia is in the crosshairs. And before you celebrate, think about how quickly this could snowball into an all-out global cyber war.
This is a message to Vladimir Putin from Anonymous.
The group calls itself Anonymous, unaffiliated hackers around the world now putting Russia in the crosshairs.
Members of Anonymous have declared cyber war against your aggressive regime.
They claim they've already targeted more than 1,500 Russian websites, including Kremlin-controlled news agencies, the Ministry of Defense and Space Agency, Russian oil companies, internet providers, even TV channels.
Their call to fight in the cyberspace has resulted in a lot of websites not being available, some websites going down, and a lot of records, Russian government, Russian military records being dumped out onto the internet.
U.S. officials confirm they've seen evidence of the anonymous hacks after Russia launched a cyber and ground offensive against Ukraine.
But the real risk to Russia long term is the canceling of their access to internet infrastructure as private sector companies decide that they're going to delist or no longer carry their traffic.
Cutting off Russia from the world would also deprive everyday Russians of access to outside news and information. And cyber pros worry Russia may view the anonymous hacks as Western attacks and target U.S. government and company sites. U.S. Cybersecurity Director Jen Easterly. How at risk is the average American or that very small business owner?
Everybody's at risk, which is why at the end of the day, they need to take the steps to protect their systems, their networks, and their data. This can happen to anyone. There is no one that is immune from potentially getting hacked.
The cybersecurity basics: never click on suspicious emails or links. Use complicated passwords and multi-step authentication. Back up your computers and keep security software up to date.
This basically ensures that he can log in even when the password is changed.
Israeli firm CyberBit uses real-world attacks to train American companies to defend themselves.
The questions organizations need to ask themselves is not if they are going to be hit, but when they are going to be hit.
As for Anonymous, now targeting Russia.
We are Anonymous. We are Legion. Expect us.
Russia has always been perceived as the cyber attacker, and now they're on the receiving end.
Instead of always being on offense, they also got to be on defense. And that really lowers their capability in some ways to also do attacks.
Yeah, that's the concern here. The cyber battlefield seems to be expanding by the day. You know, we've already seen U.S. oil pipelines, food supplies, hospitals, banks attacked in recent years. Experts say they could be targeted again, but also electric grids, dams, water systems. Everything is a potential target right now. By the way, the U.S. Cybersecurity Agency, if you're a small business or just a typical American family, they have great resources online how to protect yourself.
Yeah, so what do you think about Russia being under attack on cyber warfare here? Not necessarily from the U.S. government or from Ukraine, but from the worldwide anonymous hacker group here today. And they have already done some pretty significant damage, taking down multiple different websites, databases, exposing some documents here. Let me know your thoughts here. And we'll have to see what more might be done here. Remember, the internet basically controls almost everything nowadays. So yeah, let me know your thoughts here. Also, Russia themselves says that their economy is taking, quote, serious blows. So they have confirmed that their economy is in rough shape. A Kremlin spokesperson on Wednesday said that the Russian economy was taking serious blows amid sanctions imposed by foreign governments as Moscow continues its attacks on Ukraine.
Alright guys, this is all I have for you in this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really missed you. Hopefully I'll see you here again very, very soon. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on everything we talked about here in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you all. Please hit the like button on the video, share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notifications bell to be notified whenever I publish new videos for you. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.